All right, Jenny, looking at your homework. Okay, I don't know why you're not sketching out pictures here, because you get a negative 45 for this reference angle, which is negative pi over 4, but that negative 45 tells you got to go down into the fourth quadrant. Then it's a sign of a negative. Where is the sign negative? All students take calculus. It's negative down here in the third and the fourth. That's why the calculator sends you to the fourth quadrant. Then it's up to you to copy it over here. Then you get 5 pi over 4, because this is 1 pi, or 4 over 4. That's 5 pi over 4. This is 2 pi, or 8 over 4, so this is 7 pi over 4. Now you would just say to yourself, like this answer here, all you got to worry about is, do you add 90, 180? Do we add 90 to this? Well, yeah, from here to here is 90. But if I keep adding 90, I would get an answer over here, and we don't have one. If I add 90, I get an answer over here, and we don't have one. So I can't add 180 or 90 because I don't have an answer over here or here. So all we have for 5 pi over 4 is 5 pi over 4 plus 2 pi k. We'd have to go all the way around to get another answer. Same way with this one, 7 pi over 4. I can't add 90 because I'd be up here in the first quadrant and I don't have an answer. Can't add 180 because I'd be over there. So I have to go all the way around 2 pi k. 7, okay. Then on number 7, you take a square root, you should get a plus or a minus. You only have the plus. That's why you only have an answer in the first and the fourth quadrant, because that's where the tangent is positive. Remember, all tangents positive here and positive here. But you also have the negative, which tangents negative in the third, or the second and the fourth. So every time we have that plus or minus, we get an answer in all 4 quadrants. And our reference angle is pi over 4. In all 4 of them. So I got answers of pi over 4, 3 pi over 4, 5 pi over 4, and 7 pi over 4. You should draw this picture. If I list those answers out, I should be able to recognize that I'm adding 2 pi over 4 in between each one of these, which is pi over 2. So we don't have to write all 4 of these answers. We can simply write the first one and say add pi over 2 to get all the rest of them. And by making that k value, that continues on and gets 9 pi over 4, 11 pi over 4, 13 pi over 4, and it goes the other way, negative 1/4 pi, negative 3/4 pi, negative 5. This gets them all, because k can be a positive or negative integer. Okay, here you got a reference angle of negative 30, but you don't draw the picture and realize that means you got to go down into the fourth quadrant. So this is a negative 1/2. Where is the sign negative at? Let's go back up here. It's not here, not here, because that's where it's positive. It's in the third and the fourth. Tangent's positive here, everything else is negative. Cosine is positive here, everything else is negative. So you got to take this pot. That's why the calculator says negative 30, because it forces you into the fourth quadrant. Pi over 6. Okay, it's not a negative reference degree. That's just how the calculator makes you go into the fourth quadrant. This is a 30-degree reference angle in the fourth quadrant. Then it's up to you to copy it over here and then get 7 pi over 6 and 11 pi over 6. And like number 1, you can't add 90 or add 180, so you got to go around at one time on this one, 2 pi, and got to go around one time on this one, because there's no common difference between those two. Okay. And it's 7 pi and 11 pi over 6 plus 2 pi k. Hope this helps.